Time now for our big talking point. We're 7 games into the Premier League season. And how are the big three we're all expecting to be the contenders for the Premier League title faring? Let's start with you, Dion.
They're all doing what they need to do, aren't they? They're all up there, aren't they, at the moment? And, Liverpool top of the tree. But City just have this resilience, and I never expect them to lose. Arsenal have found that grit and determination with goals and organisation, and Liverpool have got the pace going forward. So I don't think there's a gap between them. I think they're all sort of with this one blanket underneath them. I think everybody else is following them.
Realistically, can we see Liverpool continue this under Arne Slot in his first season?
Yeah, realistically, yeah. I think in terms of the squad and how they're playing so far, I think they're only going to get better. I think the way that they've started under Arne Slot has been really impressive, and you've got goals coming from everywhere, from midfield and from the likes of Jota, who's probably not a prolific goal scorer, but he's playing really well this season. So, and with Dion, I think it's going to probably go right down to the wire, and probably
agreed.
down to them head-to-head games between the three of them.
And what about Manchester City? It looks like, this is going to be a real fight for Guardiola this year.
It will be, and it's because Arsenal are getting better and Liverpool are getting... City have been out there on their own for a very long time because they've just been better than everybody else. And they probably still are on a one-on-one game. However, the other teams around them have looked at them and watched them and see how they play, and they're trying to figure out ways to beat City. It's starting to happen a bit more often. Arsenal are the closest at the moment. Liverpool are very close by as well.
What about Chelsea?
I think maybe this season's a bit too early for Chelsea, but I think we see a lot of promise from Chelsea, especially last week's performance. And you've got the likes of Cole Palmer in your team. You've always got yourself a chance, and they seem to be improving under Maresca at this moment in time. But I think, for me, it's between them three teams, and especially with Manchester City, they've been there and done that for a number of years now. When Pep Guardiola, no matter if people are getting better, he's always kind of that one step ahead.
And also, after what we saw at the Etihad, that Manchester City-Arsenal game was absolutely cracking. One of the great Premier League fixtures in recent years as well. Those head-to-heads are going to be unbelievable between those three.
So important as well. You cannot have any mistakes. You can't switch off. You can't allow a teammate to not play the right pass. So that's what it's going to come down to, Jay. It's going to come down to a lapse in concentration or somebody getting something wrong. Nobody can afford to do that, not in those top three sides. It's so important to be as perfect as you possibly can.
With so many games as well, and all the top players have been talking about this. Internationals, Champions League, Premier League, League Cups, FA Cups as well.
Squads.
You need a bit of luck as well, right? And you need squad depth. It could come down to a key injury.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, obviously, Rodri's the big talking point, but you look at Arsenal, Odegaard, how have Arsenal coped with him? And they've coped really, really well. And I think it is that use of squads. And the schedule is crazy for players that play Champions League, but also go away on international duty. But these three clubs are used to that now, and now it's down to the managers to manage them players.
Who's winning it then?
See you next week.
We'll keep that for a big talking point in May, shall we?
Save that one, save that one.
We'll save that. Brilliant stuff.